Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony
Jeselnik.
Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony
Anthony Jeselnik.
Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Jeselnik.
I know, right? Thank you, guys. So great to be here in Chicago. I really do love this town. I actually once went on a date with a girl from Chicago. This was like 10 years ago, back before I was even a comedian yet. Back then, I was just a regular old piece of shit like you guys. But I'll never forget this date. We meet up at a bar, we start drinking, we start talking, we're laughing together, we're connecting. It was great. But then we leave the bar. We go back to her place. And as soon as we walk in the front door, she passes out cold on her couch. Now, I went to college. I knew I had a million options. But I'm a gentleman, so I did the smart thing. I just got a blanket, I tucked her in, and I left her a note. The girlfriend's killer, but no one will do it. My ex-girlfriend owned a parakeet. Did you guys hear what I just said? She owned a parakeet. Oh my God. That thing never shut up. But the bird was cool. My ex-girlfriend had a lot of really annoying habits. I think the worst was she loved to read women's magazines, like Cosmo, or things like Cosmo. And she would flip straight to the relationship quiz. And not only would she present that to me, as if it was like a fun activity for us to do together, even though every question is designed to my entire world up. But even worse is she would get mad at my answers and make me change them so we'd get the best score. I'll never forget the last time we played that game. She was like, Anthony, if you could have lunch with anyone in the world, living or dead, who would it be? And I said, I don't know, Caligula. And she goes, really, Caligula? That's your answer? That's what you're gonna say to me, your girlfriend? Are you sure? I said, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Let me change that. I'd have lunch with you, and you'd be dead. Yeah, we're not together anymore. She's got a new boyfriend now. They just moved in together. And I've heard rumors that he's abusive, which makes me want to go over there with a baseball bat and then blame it on her boyfriend. But I don't want to sound like a misogynist up here. My ex-girlfriend wasn't like a bad person, really. She wasn't a bad girl at all. But she was terrible in bed. terrible in bed. I mean, she would just lie there, screaming, "No!" That was rape joke number 2, baby doll. Yeah, clap it up. But my girlfriend now is great. My girlfriend now is almost perfect. And she hates that I tell rape jokes. Hates it. Says, "Anthony, how can you make light of something as terrible as rape after I told you that I got raped in high school?" And I said, "Baby, because I don't believe you." My girlfriend and I argue a lot. It's mostly her arguing with me kind of thing. Like, I should just keep my mouth shut. Every fight we get into is my fault. I should just keep my mouth shut, but I can't because I'm so funny. Like a couple of nights ago, we go to a party, right? We get trashed, completely wasted. We wake up in bed the next morning, completely hungover. And I know I should just keep my mouth shut. But instead, I roll over and I say, "Listen, baby, don't get mad. But I think your mom tried to have sex with me last night." And she hit the roof. She goes, "Anthony, that's impossible." And I said, "Oh, well, in that case, you should always wear makeup." I love that joke so much. Here's why. Did you guys hear like the sounds you made? Like that was the worst thing I've said tonight? I've told 3 rape jokes. I like to play pranks on my girlfriend, keep things fresh from me, make me laugh, She hates it. But like the other night, I put saran wrap over the toilet seat, Which doesn't sound that original. But she's bulimic. I like that you laugh until I look at you and then you stop laughing. Because you don't want to give me the satisfaction. It's great. You seem like a cool girl in a completely different environment. But we make it work, Like, how long have you guys been together right here? 3 years, okay. What would you say is like the secret to like a good long relationship? Communication. Wrong. The secret is trying new things together, right? Especially in the bedroom. Right? Like the other night, my girlfriend and I are in bed together. She says, "Anthony, I want you to pee on me." Now, I have never thought about peeing on a woman in my entire life. Right? Never even imagined it before. But then I got the green light. And apparently it's my thing. Like, I just jumped up right away. But as soon as that begins, she starts screaming at me. Like it's my fault she talks in her sleep. No big deal for me. My girlfriend yells at me all the time. She yells at me all the time. And again, I'm a gentleman. I never think it's okay to yell back at a woman no matter what. When you saw how I handled that, right? I never think it's okay to yell back at a woman. But the other night, she yelled at me for so long and so loud that the cops came to the door, which is embarrassing. Because now I've got to answer my own door and say, officers, I'm so sorry. There was no reason for you to be here tonight. I already tased her. I've got this friend named Kevin. I call him a friend. More of an acquaintance, really. You know, one of those people who think they're way better friends with you than they actually are. Like the other day, Kevin says to me, hey man, you know what I like to do when I'm all by myself and no one's around? And before I can say, hey, we're not really friends. He says, I like to take peanut butter and smear it all over myself and then let my dog lick it off. I said, dude, you have got to get yourself a girlfriend. I'll trade you mine for that dog. Being a comedian is the greatest job in the world. Like, greatest job in the world once you get to my level. The only thing I don't like is all the travel. I'm always flying somewhere, always in an airport. Even flying into Chicago a couple days ago, 2.5-hour flight delay. I'm stuck in an airport bar talking to some random ass. And I got nowhere to go. So I'm like, hey man, what do you do? And he says, and I quote, oh, nothing right now. But I used to be a priest. As in, oh, right? But I got nowhere to go. So we keep talking.